Hi guys, ArchieLuxury, and who do I recommend in America? In America, who do I recommend for quality pre-owned wristwatches? David SW, David SW, David SW. Go to davidsw.com. He is the best, the greatest pre-owned dealer in all of the United States of America. David SW, David SW, David SW. Hi guys, it's your Pontiff, ArchieLuxury. Today guys, I want to talk about what is a lot of money. What is a lot of money? And before I start this little talk, what am I wearing today? I'm wearing a Rolex Milgauss Z Blue. Guys, it's interesting. I live in Australia, Western world, overpriced Western world country. I'm fairly fortunate as the Pontiff. I'm able to churn a few vids out, I scratch out a living, etc., etc. Now, what is a lot of money? It's interesting. Okay, let me tell you the story. Let me give you the scenario. So anyhow, today, me and the wife went into the city, and it's a bit of a long story. We had a bit of a fight the other night. Supply issues. Anyhow, I then said to her, why don't we get a new wedding band? And this is something we wanted to do for a long, long time. And, you know, I got to tell you the story. What sort of happened was that when we got married, we didn't have a lot of money. So, you know, when you don't have a lot of money, you are kind of limited to jewelry or things like that. It's a total luxury. It's a luxury. It's a luxury that, you know, you don't really... I'll just show you guys. I'll just show you. So there you go. This is my wedding band ensemble. Because I've been married 3 times, in my opinion. 3 times. Twice officially. Well, 3 times officially. So there we go. That's my first wedding band. Yellow gold. Got that from Wallace Bishops. Second time I got married, I got this is a Cartier Santos love ring. Well, it's actually, let me in on a secret, it's actually not, it's real gold, not sure if it's Cartier or not. And then for the latest marriage here, I got this from a hot water system supply price. It's a little, no, it's not. This is it's a wedding band. And when we bought this, money was very tight. This was the cheapest option. It was a white gold. And we got it out of a catalog. And I said to my wife, one day, I want to buy for you... Shit. I always drop the good one. You know that? It's always the good ring I drop, isn't it? You know? I said to her, one day, I want to buy you a proper wedding band. And today, we decided we'll go into Cartier and have a look. We went there and had a look. We had lunch. I just thought, why not just go in and have a look? And I got to tell you, these wedding bands are expensive. A wedding band with a little speck of a diamond is $3,200, $3,200. And I thought, geez, that's a lot of money. And we had a bit of a look around, and thankfully we didn't buy anything. And then we had lunch. We had a nice time. And then I go for a walk in the afternoon, and the wife said to me, you know, if I won lotto, I would buy everything in the Cartier store. All the jewelry. And it just got me thinking, what is a lot of money? See, to me, a lot of money, a $3,200 wedding band is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But to some people, it's nothing special, if you know what I mean. And I got to tell you, I was talking to a good mate of mine, and he knows a guy who made a lot of money in crypto. When I say a lot of money, $50 to $70 million. And anyhow, he's going to invest $2 million into this kind of dodgy system. And he said, mate, don't do that. He begged him. He said, don't do it. It's bad fundamentals. You're going to lose your shirt. And the guy who's worth $50 million said, it's only $2 million. As if, I'll take a punt. And my mate said to him, it wasn't so long ago that you were earning average money and you were living paycheck to paycheck. Don't ever forget that. And it makes you sort of say, what is a lot of money? I recently went and visited a fan who had 3 supercars, McLaren, Lamborghini, and a Ferrari F8. And to me, I got my Honda service. It had the 200,000 kilometer service. And I thought that was a lot of money because they also changed the wiper blades. And how much was that? I'll just tell you, I think it was $400. $400 if I'm right. I'll just double confirm that. And it's all relative. What is a lot of money? How much is a lot of moolah? What is a lot of money? And I kind of think it's different for different people, and how wealthy your friends are, and other sort of circumstances like that. It's a variable. It is a variable. Which, oh yes, it was a lot of money. It was $787.50 because they had to replace I think it was the spark plugs, oil filters. Oh my God, it was $787. Yes, and 50 cents. Whereas my fan, who's got the 3 supercars, $787 probably replace one of the bolts on the Ferrari. It'd be a high tension Ferrari bolt. And it's all sort of relative. What is a lot of money? And I got to tell you, what do I think is a lot of money? I think, I got to be totally honest with you. I think net worth, a lot of money is $2 million net worth. 2 million Aussie dollars is a lot of money. What's that? That's 1.5 million US. I think that is a lot of money for a lifetime. I think 2 million Aussie. 2 million Aussie dollars is a fortune. That's what I think. I think 1 million Aussie is a lot of money. I think that's an exorbitantly big amount. $1 million. You try earning $1 million. I tell you this now. I think it's a fortune. So. I'll just work that out there now. So what is 2 million Aussie is 1.5 million, just under 1.5 million US. That's I think 2 million Aussie is a lot. So that's 750,000 US, I think is a lot of money. I do. I think that's a lot of money. It all depends where you live. If you're living in New York, or California, I suppose $1 million doesn't get you much of a home, does it? A house or apartment doesn't really get you much. But if you're in the flyover states, or in the deep south, $1 million probably gets you a really nice place. So I think it's all relative. And in my opinion, I think what is a lot of money? You know, I kind of think, you know, if you've got a house, you know, in my country, houses are really expensive. Where I live in Sydney, they're even worse than Brisbane. Brisbane's the sort of the third largest capital city. Nice middle class, well, lower middle class, probably $600,000. My house is a bit cheaper than that because it's on a main road and it's middle, lower middle, not middle. I think a nice car in Australia, I think a nice car is probably $40,000 to $50,000. The Civic's getting a little bit long in the tooth, mind you. That's probably, you can buy this. I just checked on Honda website, a base model Civic's about $31,000 now. A luxury car in Australia, the prices have gone up. Like a nice 3 Series or a 5 Series, you're probably looking about $100,000. You can get a 320i, $84,000 drive away. It's a lot of money for a 4-cylinder Beamer with a plastic water pump. And say a house, 600, a nice car, say 40, so that's you know, that's 650. You'd probably want to have some semi-decent furniture and appliances. You don't want to just buy everything from IKEA. So probably appliances, everything household goods, you know. Lounge, dining table. You want to have, you know, furniture, computer. Probably $50,000 for everything in, you know, in your home. I mean, that's $50,000. That's, you know, it's sort of stuff, it costs you a lot of money to buy, it's not worth much secondhand. So say 50, so what's that, 700,000. And then you'd probably want to have a watch collection. What is a decent watch collection? What is a decent watch collection? A decent watch collection, what, you'd have a Rolex, like a sub. I mean, that's easily, this is Aussie dollars, 20,000 for a sub date steel, modern, you know, the 41 mil. You'd have a Speedy, that's what's going to be 7,000. You would have maybe a, what else would you, like say you had a Explorer, that's another 14,000 for a second-hand 42 mil Explorer 2. So 14 and 20, 34 plus the Speedy 7, that makes it 41. Throw in a Reverso at 10, $50,000 for a watch collection. Okay, so we're looking at 800,000. Then you want to have a bit of superannuation. That's like 401k to you Americans. So look at this. House 600, decent car 40. So that's 640, 650. You wanted to have your house and furniture and contents, 700,000. A watch collection, easily 50. 750. You want to have some super. You probably have what, 205 $250,000 in super. There you go. That's $1 million, and that's kind of, I suppose the thing is, the way I think that's a lot of money. I think $1 million is a lot of money. Because I've got to pay a bloody mortgage, see? So if you had that paid off, well, you don't have to find house payments every month. You know what I mean? You don't have to find that house payment. So in my opinion, I think $1 million. I mean, $1 million isn't a million. Is talking Aussie, 750,000 US. That is still a lot of money in my book. That's kind of, if you've got the house paid off, man, you can start. You're really nailing it. You can really start. Everything else you make, you can start putting into, investing. Investing's boring at my age. If you're starting, you want to buy a few fun toys. You're not going to live forever, sunshine. You're not going to live forever. And I got to be honest with you. You know, what's a lot of money? So that's $1 million. So double it, $2 million. That is a hell of a lot of money. A hell of a lot of money. Whereas this other guy in the crypto who made all this money, he was prepared to put $2 million into speculative investments. And I'd never dream of doing that. Because I can't afford to lose money like that. I really could not afford to lose money like that. So, you know what I mean? What is a lot of money? That is a really good question. What is a lot of money, guys? I'd say I think $1 million. In my opinion, 1 million Aussie dollars, 750,000 US, is a lot of money. If you had that, you could you don't have to work as aggressive. You don't have to work so hard. You can sort of take the hand off the lever. I'm talking for a couple. That's not just somebody by themselves. Hopefully you would have a wife who had a job, who brought in some money. So if she's bringing in some money, it's not that bad, see? So if she's bringing in money, you could sort of have some existence there. Yeah, guys, what do you think is a lot of money? 1 million? 2 million? I know other people, another mate of mine says 5 million. He said, oh, another guy I know says 10 million. I think it's all relative. And in my opinion, I think $100,000 is a lot of money. Anyhow, I'm still trying to work out, do I buy this ring for the wife? I don't know. Do you think I should? We had a pretty cheap wedding. All up was about $1,500. That was wedding ring, engagement ring, oh no, that's not true. It was about $3,000 all up. That was the restaurant, the registry office, everything there, dress and engagement rings. About $3,000. There you go. $3,000 total wedding package. That's what it cost. $3,000. I'm thinking, you know what? Maybe I should get my wife the Cartier ring. What do you think? Is it frivolous expense? Is it frivolous? Is it a waste of money? I'd like to know. I think it'd make her happy. If I got a Cartier ring for her, it'd make her happy. And the other question is, could I wear the ring from the second marriage and just say, well, I got one too? What do you think of that? I don't know, guys. Tell me what you think, guys. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. Guys, let me know what is a lot of money, and I will see you in the next one. Like, subscribe, and tell your friends, and don't be afraid to get a paid review. $50 for a paid review. It helps me stay full-time on YouTube, and I will see you in the next one. $50 paid review. I can't survive on Google Ads. I need your support. And guys, you could also sponsor me on Patreon. Patreon allows you to pay as little as $1 a month to keep me on YouTube. Hey guys, ArchieLuxury. Who do I recommend for watches in Brisbane and Sydney? Vintage Watch Co. That's correct. Vintage Watch Co. in Brisbane Arcade in Brisbane and the Strand Arcade in Sydney. Vintage Watch Co. Brisbane and Sydney. Ronnie, I've known him since the late 90s. Ronnie is a top bloke. Luke is a great guy. Vintage Watch Co. That is who I recommend in Australia. Check out Vintage Watch Co. and the guys' amazing range of watches. They also do service and repairs. Vintage Watch Co. That is where the Pontiff goes. You know, some of my Pateks came from Vintage Watch Co. That's right, guys. Vintage Watch Co.